Welcome to Cupid's Logic, where love meets predictive intelligence. We decode attraction, conflict, attachment, and compatibility, so you can know if it will last before you commit.
Welcome to Cupid's Logic. I am your host, Craig Pruitt, and today we're diving into the money match signal, a 10-minute forecast for financial compatibility. Are you ready for the truth? Let's get serious for a moment. Hook. Picture this. Two people move in together because the chemistry is real and the timing feels right. Months later, they're squabbling over who pays for the utilities, discovering hidden credit card balances, and arguing about whether to rent or buy. The excitement that brought them together quietly gives way to stress. Resentments stack up, and suddenly long-term plans feel risky. The worst part? None of this was sudden. It was predictable if they'd ask the right questions early. In the next 10 minutes, I'll give you a short financial friction forecast, 4 leading signals that money will be a problem, a compact DIY audit you can run solo or with your partner, and clear thresholds for short fixes versus structural deal breakers. By the end, you'll know whether your money rhythm is a green flag, a yellow flag that needs a plan, or a red flag before you commit. This is not financial advice. It's relationship diagnostic work to help you decide your next move. Section 1. What I mean by financial friction and the 4 signals. When I say financial friction, I mean 3 things: day-to-day habits, how you spend and save; priorities, what money is for; and architecture, who manages what and how accounts are arranged. Money behaves like a system variable in a relationship. It steers your daily life, future options, and emotional safety. Small differences compound. Here are the 4 leading signals that predict financial incompatibility. Number 1, hidden debt behaviors. One partner treats debt as a private problem, minimum payments, late fees, or secret loans, while the other expects transparency. Debt carried in silence erodes trust because it changes your shared future quietly but materially. Number 2, divergent savings timeframes. If one of you saves for 6-month emergencies and retirement, while the other optimizes for immediate experiences or spontaneous vacations, your horizons conflict. Number 3, asymmetric spending values. This is the emotional side, how your purchases communicate priorities. If gifts, dining, or status spending signal different values, small arguments will be about money but feel like fundamental disrespect. Number 4, ambiguous financial roles. Who pays what? Who manages bills, and how decisions are made. Ambiguity here means friction later, because assumptions will collide. Each signal points to a different kind of risk. Hidden debt is a trust risk. Divergent timeframes are a planning risk. Asymmetric spending is a values mismatch. Ambiguous roles are an operational risk. When 2 or more of these show up together, the probability that money will erode emotional safety increases substantially. This is where a prism lens, thinking about attachment, repair capacity, and alignment, becomes useful. Section 2. The cost of not testing and the 10-minute financial friction audit. First, the cost. Tiny misalignments compound into resentment, which looks like passive-aggressive stacking of bills, secret limits on joint plans, or one partner shouldering financial anxiety alone. Over years, this becomes a trust erosion trigger. Anniversaries, promotions, or children can convert money stress into separation decisions. The quieter the mismatch at the start, the louder the consequences later. Now the 10-minute financial friction audit. This is something you can run by yourself or together, with a rule. If you do it with a partner, take a 5-minute cool down after scoring before you talk about results. Step 1. Ask and answer. Do we have any hidden debts or financial surprises? Score 0 if none, 1 if manageable and disclosed, 2 if hidden or ongoing. Step 2. Timeline alignment. Are our savings and major life timelines aligned? Score 0 if clearly aligned, 1 if some differences that are negotiable, 2 if fundamentally different timeframes. Step 3. Spending values. On a scale, do our biggest discretionary choices reflect shared priorities? Score 0, good alignment, 1, mixed, 2, opposite values. Step 4, role clarity.
Do we have a clear plan for bills, account access, and major financial decisions? Score 0, clear, 1, partially clear, 2, ambiguous. Add the scores, 0 to 2, green, 3 to 5, yellow, 6 to 8, red.
A quick example. A couple scores of 4. They have a small amount of undisclosed credit balance, 1, different timelines about buying a house, 2, similar values on vacations, 0, and muddled bill responsibilities, 1. That yellow score says, fixable, but only if you acknowledge the misalignments and create a plan. The audit is an early warning diagnostic. Treat it like a smoke detector rather than a court of law.
Before any joint scoring conversation, use this cool down and repair script to avoid escalation. Step 1. Each partner reads the answers aloud while the other listens without interrupting for 90 seconds. Step 2. Summarize what you heard and name one area you're willing to compromise on. Step 3. Schedule a 30-minute follow-up to create a specific plan and, if needed, a shared spreadsheet. These small structures prevent emotional escalation when finances already feel personal.
Section 3. Repair paths and decision thresholds. If you score green, celebrate the alignment and formalize a plan so it doesn't drift. A simple shared account for joint expenses plus automatic transfers to agreed savings targets preserves harmony. If you're yellow, negotiation protocols matter. Create short-term guards, shared visibility tools, a debt repayment plan, and a 3-month check-in on progress. Bring structure and timelines. If you're red, you're facing structural misfit. Red means repeated hidden behaviors, opposing life timelines, or fundamentally different values about money. In many cases, red is resolvable with professional help, but sometimes it signals deep incompatibility that won't change quickly enough for a shared future.
When to bring in help. If debt complexity or legal questions exist, consult a certified financial planner or an attorney. If conversations repeatedly escalate or you can't agree on a plan after structured attempts, invite a couples therapist who understands money dynamics. Professionals accelerate resolution and reduce emotional load. Use them earlier rather than later.
Recap. Quick summary. Financial compatibility is predictable when you look for 4 signals: hidden debt, divergent timeframes, asymmetric spending values, and ambiguous roles. Use the 10-minute financial friction audit to classify risk as green, yellow, or red. If you get yellow, build structured steps and timelines. If red, consider professional help and honestly assess whether the mismatch is structural. Choosing clarity over assumptions saves time, trust, and often heartbreak.
CTA. Visit cupidslogic.com to download the printable financial friction checklist, the scoring worksheet, and conversation scripts to use with a partner. If you want deeper diagnostics, check the Prism compatibility tools on the site to see how money signals map to attachment and long-term alignment. I would love to hear your thoughts. Share a short note about your audit results there, and we'll build resources from real cases. Thanks for listening to Cupid's Logic. Remember, you're not bad at relationships. You've been flying blind. Make one small, honest money conversation this week and see what it reveals. Are you ready for the truth? I can relate. Be honest with yourself and your partner, and you deserve to know.
This has been Cupid's Logic. Stop flying blind in love. Visit cupidslogic.com and let the Prism engine reveal what your relationship data already knows.